Today we are taking a deep dive behind the scenes of the 2004 classic film, The Notebook, starring Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling. The story follows an older man reading to a woman with dementia, the story of a young couple madly in love but whose relationship is threatened by the difference in their social classes. Their chemistry was off the charts, but in an interview with VH1, director Nick Cassavetes revealed, "I'm not sure if I should be telling this, but there was a day on set when things got really tense between Ryan and Rachel. They just weren't getting along. At one point, Ryan came over to me during a big scene with about 150 people around and said, 'Nick, can we talk?' He asked if I could bring in another actress to read lines with him off camera instead of Rachel. I was shocked and asked, 'What do you mean?' He replied, 'I just can't do this with her. I'm not getting anything from this.'" The conflict escalated, leading to a heated argument between the two in a separate room with Cassavetes and a producer present. They were yelling and screaming at each other. "I stepped out," Cassavetes recalled. But after that confrontation, things improved. Ryan seemed to respect Rachel more for standing her ground, and Rachel felt relieved to have cleared the air. The rest of the shoot wasn't perfect, but it definitely got easier from there. Although they had not gotten along previously, they started dating in 2005 and quietly split in 2007. Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling took home the MTV Movie Award for Best Kiss, and their acceptance became legendary. The famous kissing scene from The Notebook left a lasting impression, and at the 2005 MTV Movie Awards, the pair decided to recreate it on stage. Their memorable moment set a new standard, turning it into a tradition for future Best Kiss winners to share a kiss during their acceptance. Director Nick Cassavetes chose Ryan Gosling to play Noah specifically because he didn't fit the typical Hollywood heartthrob image. Cassavetes brought Ryan over to share the casting decision, telling him, "I want you for this role because you're different from the usual young actors in Hollywood. You're not traditionally good-looking or super cool. You look like an ordinary guy who might be a little crazy."
"You're crazy."
Clearly, he didn't see the same Ryan Gosling we've all come to adore. The iconic boat scene in The Notebook almost didn't include any birds at all. You know the one, where Noah and Allie row across the lake, surrounded by beautiful white birds? Initially, producers at New Line Cinema believed it would be impossible to get the birds to stay in the area. However, instead of cutting the scene, director Nick Cassavetes decided to raise a group of hatchlings by the lake. This way, the birds would feel at home when it was time to shoot the scene. His plan paid off, and the result was magical. Now that's true dedication. Did you know that Justin Timberlake and Britney Spears were considered for the role? Stay tuned to find out who showed up to audition with Ryan Gosling, covered in fake blood coming from a horror movie set. Rachel McAdams had quoted, "I read the script the night before and bawled my eyes out. I'm surprised I even got up the next day. I was just wrecked by it." Rachel McAdams recalled how emotional her audition for The Notebook was, saying, "We were all in tears." She shared that Matthew Barry, the casting director, was so moved that he had to pause filming to grab a tissue. "It was a really special moment," she added. "By the time we got to the third scene, the energy in the room was incredible." While the novel is set in North Carolina, most of the movie was actually filmed in South Carolina, particularly around the Charleston area. "Nick enrolled me in ballet and etiquette lessons," she explained. "I also attended a few weddings and mingled with some debutantes." She mentioned that there was a demanding exercise routine as well. "I had never worked out like that before. I even started using protein supplements. Eventually, I showed my trainer my arm and joked, 'This no longer looks like something from the 1940s. It's way beyond a pinup girl now.' So we had to ease off a bit." The actress also shared she worked with a dialect coach for 2 months to perfect her southern accent. Ryan Gosling actually constructed the table used in the dinner scene. He wanted to keep the table him and Allie had a romantic moment on, but instead it went back to the cabinet maker he apprenticed with.
Gross.
He took a method approach for his character, Noah, and dedicated 2 months to immersing himself in activities Noah would do, such as living in Charleston, South Carolina, and crafting furniture. He also built the chairs that Noah and Allie sit on in the front of the house. It was great to see the set designer incorporate some of his creations into the movie. James Marsden portrayed Lon Hammond, Allie's boyfriend-turned-fiancé, after her split from Noah. Even years after the movie came out, Marsden shared that fans still approach him, upset that his character nearly stood in the way of Allie and Noah's romance. "People are just repulsed by me," Marsden joked in a 2015 interview with Vulture. "It's funny how strongly they still feel about it. Some even say, 'I can't bear to look at you.'" However, he also mentioned that every once in a while, someone will tell him they would have chosen his character instead. Kobe Bryant once gave his wife a special gift for Valentine's Day, the blue dress worn by Rachel McAdams in the famous kiss scene from the film. During the late basketball stars memorial in 2020, Vanessa Bryant shared the story of how Kobe had tracked down the exact dress for her. When I asked why he chose that specific blue dress, he said it was because it's from the moment when Allie returns to Noah, Vanessa recalled. "We had dreamed of growing old together, just like in a movie." Cassavetes shared that the original script for the intense argument scene only had Noah saying to Allie, "Would you stop thinking about what everyone wants? Stop thinking about what I want, what he wants, what your parents want." However, Gosling decided to improvise, adding the memorable line, "What do you want? What do you want?" Cassavetes was impressed by this spontaneous addition, which has since become one of the most iconic moments in the movie. Cassavetes chose his mother, Gina Rowlands, to play the older version of Allie in the movie. Rowlands is an accomplished actress whose career began in the 1950s. The Notebook isn't the only film directed by her son that she starred in. She also appeared in Yellow, 2012, She's So Lovely, 1997, and Unhook the Stars, 1996. Hayden Christensen auditioned for the role of Noah. The team decided to watch Hayden in Star Wars, but casting director Matthew Berry was quite direct. "We made it through maybe 20 to 25 minutes before saying, he just can't act." Originally, George Clooney was set to play the young version of Noah, with Paul Newman as the older Noah. However, after meeting, George realized he couldn't play him because they looked nothing alike. Although they were excited about the chance to work together, they ultimately decided it wasn't the best fit for the film. It probably would have been heartbreaking for fans to watch Noah destroy the house he put so much effort into, but Cassavetes revealed that Gosling proposed the idea. "He would come to me and ask, 'Why can't I burn the house down?'" the director remembered. "I'd respond, 'I don't even understand what that means.' And Ryan would say, 'Cleansing my fire.'" No matter what that was supposed to mean, they ultimately decided against it, and the house remains intact to this day. Jessica Biel also tried out for the role of Allie, and she showed up to the audition covered in fake blood. "I was filming Texas Chainsaw Massacre at the time, so I auditioned with Ryan Gosling right there in my trailer, still covered in blood," she shared with Elle. "It was a part one really, really wanted. But in this industry, there are so many opportunities that slip through your fingers. We kind of sign up for it. We're used to rejection." It turns out that this scene was far from romantic. "We just wanted to escape the rain," Rachel recalled about filming it. "It was freezing cold. The dress was custom-made for the movie, but a lot of my wardrobe was rented vintage clothing from the 1940s. Much of it was falling apart. I remember there's a moment in the film where I'm running barefoot. That only happened because after a few takes, my shoes completely fell apart." The film was actually shot in reverse order. The scenes featuring the older versions of Allie and Noah, played by Rachel McAdams and Ryan Gosling, were filmed first. After wrapping up those parts, Ryan had to drop 20 pounds of muscle over his Christmas break and shave his beard to look like the younger, clean-shaven Noah who charmed Allie on the Ferris wheel. The film is inspired by a true love story. Yes, there is a real-life version of Noah and Allie. Nicholas Sparks' novel drew inspiration from the grandparents of his former wife, Kathy. This couple shared a beautiful, enduring bond that lasted over 60 years. Kathy had a close relationship with them, and though they were unable to attend Nicholas and Kathy's wedding due to health issues, the newlyweds decided to wear their wedding attire again the following day and visit the grandparents for a special private celebration. During that visit, Nicholas heard the touching story of how the grandparents met, which later became the foundation for The Notebook. Ryan Gosling had to wear brown contact lenses during filming. Since the older version of Noah was played by James Garner, who naturally has brown eyes, Ryan had to hide his blue eyes with brown contacts to match the character's appearance as he aged. To get in shape for the film, Ryan rode the Ashley River every morning for 2 months straight. The Notebook is considered Nicholas Sparks' best adaptation and was a hit at the box office, earning over $117 million worldwide against its budget of $29 million. It has since become a cult classic. Well, that's all for today, my friends. Comment below your favorite part of the film, and maybe suggest a future video you would like to see. Until next time, thanks for watching.